of mind. And to talk about the science of happiness, I am joined by Dr. Mukesh Jain, who is a senior IPS officer from the Madhya Pradesh, Carreer for that matter. He is presently posted as a special DG with the headquarters of Madhya Pradesh Police, because he's written this book, A Happier You: Strategies to Achieve a Peak Joy in Work and Life Using the Science of Happiness. Appreciate you joining us here at Mirror Now, sir. My first question to you would be, your field of work is absolutely different from what you are promoting over here. Okay. I have to ask you about the challenges that you have faced in your career as an IPS officer. Where have you drawn the ease of happiness through it?
Okay, you rightly told that the police career is extremely challenging and stressful also. But as far as the background of this book is concerned, when I went to Harvard doing my Master of Public Administration, it was a great coincidence that I attended one of the courses on happiness by a famous positive psychologist by Tal Ben-Shahar. And that was quite life-changing. I got hooked to the science. After that, I studied myself. And it has been a great learning both for myself and this whole science of positive psychology. It's a very insightful and deep kind of a science which really changes, which has a potential to change not only us as people, but also our families, societies and organizations.
So I have marked certain areas that I would like you to talk about. I would request you to kindly walk with us while we talk, because this is an environment of happiness. It's a beautiful garden here. You know, you have spoken about this entire concept of Perma, which is about how you are trying to incorporate several areas which can provide you with happiness in future. Would you elaborate for us on the Perma concept of happiness?
Okay, Ms. Samia, Perma is a very famous concept. It's basically not a concept, it's a model given by Mr. Martin Seligman, who is supposed to be the father of positive psychology. And Perma is essentially an acronym saying P-E-R-M-A. P means positive. Positivity, like any kind of positive emotions, feeling pride, feeling happy, etc., etc. These are the. So, what are the things we can collect from life which make us happy? Happy, positive moments. Then E comes the engagement. The famous concept of psychology that what are the things which keep you engaged, which make you flow, which you get assimilated or let's say immersed into when you're writing a poetry or painting a picture or reading a beautiful book or just watching a wonderful movie. So engagement is the second phenomena. R is the relationship. This is extremely important. All important positive psychology research says that social relationship is one of the most important thing for our happiness. So P-E-R. M comes the meaningfulness, which is very important. So most of the positive psychologists have reached to this conclusion that it is not only the positivity, it is the meaningful in life, meaningfulness in life. What are the things which make your life meaningful? Smallest things, big things, during work, during family, or even leisure also. So M is for meaningfulness, and A, as per Martin Seligman's model, is accomplishment. What makes you feel pride about your work. So Perma model given by Martin Seligman is the, let's say, core of positive psychology, suggesting how do you achieve happiness.
So, but you have spoken greatly about how to try and balance work and professional life. In your busy schedule and in your tenure as the IPS officer, which has been ranging over so many years, where have you been able to strike that combination of a work-life balance as you are promoting in your book, A Happier You?
Okay, so let's first dispel this notion that work and life are two different things and you have to create a balance. In fact, the whole concept of positive psychology is like that you don't have to search happiness as an outcome of something. You achieve something and then you get happiness. There are some principles which I mentioned in Perma, and there are some techniques and strategies based on these science and principles, etc. Can we incorporate these? Can we incorporate these as a part of our daily life, whether it's work life, whether it's family life, whether it's an individual life? So I don't think it's a matter of balance. It's a matter of incorporating them as a habit and as conscious strategies to achieve happiness.
Absolutely, sir. And you have also mentioned that it's not that you achieve certain goals and success and only then do you achieve happiness. It's rather the other way around, that you have to be happy to be able to involve yourself in great work. That will eventually lead to success. Please elaborate on this reverse cycle that you are promoting.
Yeah, so this is probably the most insightful thing and the basic thing in positive psychology. Whether has been taught by our parents, our teachers, our gurus, etc., we always believe in the paradigm of I will achieve happiness if, and fill in the blanks. If I have a good house, if I get a good posting, if I achieve certain things in life. So we tend to think happiness is the end point. After achieving certain things, I will. Actually, what happens is this is the happiness equation which falls flat, which is wrong. Because most of the time, either you don't get happiness by achieving that particular successful thing. Second, if not, during the process of achieving success, you might lose certain things, whether it's family happiness, whether your personal health, etc., which ultimately may spoil your search of happiness. But the positive psychology research of last 30 years, it has demonstrated clearly that happiness cannot be the end point. It has to be the starting point. If you start being happy, you will do great work, and great work necessarily will lead to success in the field you want.
So there is, as children, we are all taught in kindergarten the ABCD alphabets, but you have a different concept of an ABCD model, as we can clearly read over here, which is activating event. B is for belief system, A is for emotional consequences of A and B, D is the disrupting irrational thoughts and beliefs, and E is the cognitive and emotional effects of updated belief. So where are you drawing these acronyms together to arrive at this model?
Actually, this has again an origin in the psychology. It says that, let's say, if you are feeling stressed about certain event, the event may not be so much responsible as your interpretation of the event. So something happens, let's say if I fail in something. Now there are two ways of interpreting it. I'm extremely bad in maths, I failed. Or this time I did not do sufficiently. So these are the two different paths I can take in terms of my thinking. If I start thinking on the first line, that my belief, the B part comes, oh, I'm extremely bad in maths. That makes me stressful. In future, I would be very afraid of taking a mathematics subject or doing something in maths, etc. And I might be stressful enough not to pick up engineering or mathematics as my career, etc. But a second line of belief may be, I did not do sufficient work to get a good grade in mathematics, that's why I failed. Then the whole equation changes.
But you have to keep yourself thoroughly motivated to be able to pursue as a career as challenging as yours. And then, of course, you've dabbled into writing and you have successfully authored the book Happier You and many others in the context also. How do your colleagues see to you when they are going through a low phase? If they feel any challenges, do they come to you for motivation, sir?
Yes, they do. First of all, I have written some more books also, and more importantly, on the subject of happiness, I have been taking workshops across the country in many administration academies, police academies, training institutes like IIMs, etc., which not only motivates me, but also motivates the younger lot, that how do you achieve happiness and what are the real insights from the science of happiness. The second part, you said, how do they see you? Having obtained an IIM Ahmedabad degree and a Harvard degree and a PhD from IIT Delhi, they certainly look forward to me towards some insights from the sciences, etc. And I'm extremely happy to share this with any opportunity I get, either as a small group or taking a big session with the larger audience. I'm extremely happy to share these insights.
Sir, before I wrap up my interview with you, I would request you, for our viewers, for the benefit of our viewers over here at Mirror Now, if you could come up with some key mantras for happiness that perhaps our viewers can also incorporate on their daily lives, especially when they are watching your interview here.
So there are very famous techniques of happiness. So one or two things I would like to mention. There are some exercises which the positive psychologists claim now that within 15 days it will increase your happiness index. One is called 3 good things, TGT exercise. So while sleeping, just make a habit of writing 3 things which happened to you during the day which were positive, which made you happy. You felt grateful to some people on this. And the psychologists claim, after a lot of experimentation and research, that if you start doing this and keep doing this for at least 15 days, that will start changing your happiness levels. So these are the things, like there are so many exercises, many strategies which are mentioned in my book also, and they are easily available on internet also, because many positive psychology experiments have been done. But it's not a matter of consciously doing certain things, making them a part of your personality, routine and organizational routine, that can change things.